$25K for the left cheek, $25K for the right cheek. Here's the problem with that, Art. If he only needed to pay you 50 grand for your flat cheeks, 50K, how did you end up at 50 million? Art, she said 25K for each cheek. That's only 50 grand. So how did we go from 0 to 100 in a couple weeks? You just wanted 50 grand. But your lawyer, Tony Busby, wants 50 million. Here's why I believe the power structure might be involved, Art. You are not going to convince me that a 19-year-old OnlyFans model, I don't care if she black, white, brown, yellow, or red, you are not going to convince me that if you offer a 19-year-old OnlyFans model who sells videos of her body for cash apps on the regular, she sells videos and pictures of her body on the internet for cash apps, and she gets offered $10 million to walk away when she only asks for 50 grand. Think about this, Art. She only asks for 50 grand. Shannon Sharpe says, I'm going to give you 10 million to walk away. And she says no. Art, do you know of anybody on OnlyFans? Do you know of any 19-year-old teenager who, if offered 10 million to shut up and go away when they only wanted 50 grand, do you know of any 19-year-old girl who is not going to take the 10 million?
Anybody taking 10 million?
Thank you. You on OnlyFans. You making money by selling your body, so you clearly not doing too well in these streets. You get offered 10 million and you turn it down? I believe the NFL power structure, or maybe the white media power structure, or maybe the white podcast power structure. Somebody was jealous of Shannon Sharpe's upcoming $100 million contract. Somebody was jealous of Shannon Sharpe's upcoming $100 million contract, and they intervened at the level of Tony Busby, or they intervened at the level of Gabriella Azu. One or the other. Because ain't no 19-year-old OnlyFans model turning down no 10K. Somebody wanted Shannon Sharpe embarrassed. Somebody wanted Shannon Sharpe humiliated. Somebody wanted Shannon Sharpe's financial future destroyed. But Shannon Sharpe made a big mistake, Art. He made the same mistake Sean Puffy Combs made. You know what that is? Offering too much money too soon. Remember when we had our last conversation, I said what? Puffy messed up when he offered Cassie that amount of money in less than 24 hours. It makes you look guilty. It makes you look guilty. Shannon Sharpe offered the 19-year-old Snow Bunny $10 million. That was too much money and it was too soon. And where there's smoke, there's fire. So Tony Busby and the white power structure allegedly stepped in and said, if he can give you 10 that easy, if he can give you 10 that easy. Remember, Shannon was bragging when he was talking about how the Cat Williams interview made him more money than he ever made in the NFL. Remember that, Art?
I remember that.
So he's letting people know that the pockets is kind of heavy. So when he offered Gabriella Asu Ninjas $10 million, they said, oh, we can get a whole lot more than that. The shame of it all, Art, is we don't even know if Shannon going to get the $100 million contract now. I hope he does. I want what's best for my brother. I hope Shannon still gets his $100 million deal. It's hard out here for a black man. But Art, if they suing him for $50 million, what if he don't get the $100 million deal? Think about that. I don't know what he's worth. I don't pocket watch. But let's just say Shannon don't get it, and I hope he does. Knock on wood. But if Shannon don't get the 100 mil, Art, and the court award her 50 million, what if he don't even have 50 million? What if he don't even have 50 million? They would have been better, Art, and I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they showed their hand. But they would have been better off waiting until he got his contract. They would have been better off waiting until he had his contract so they could show that he got the money. But you coming in for a cash out before he's even signed the contract. Bad move on their part, but that was good luck for Shannon. Now, let me back up a little bit, Art. I got some questions for Tony Busby and Gabriella Zuniga. If I am Shannon Sharpe's attorney, Lanny Davis, if I am Shannon Sharpe's attorney, Lanny Davis, I got some questions, Art. Question number one, Gabriella Zuniga. You claim that Shannon Sharpe was abusive and controlling for the entire 2-year relationship. If Shannon Sharpe was abusive and controlling during the entire 2-year relationship, why did you pack up and follow him to Las Vegas from California? If he was abusing you in Los Angeles, don't you think he would also be abusing you in Las Vegas? So why did you follow an abusive man from one state to another? That don't make no sense. Question number two. Gabriella Zuniga, you claim that Shannon Sharpe SA'd you twice. October of 2024, January of 2025. You claim allegedly he SA'd you October 2024, January 2025. If he SA'd you in October of 2024, why didn't you call the police? You mean to tell me you're a privileged white girl